I think you guys are gonna like this one.
These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids. Number one is that you need to be making at least 130K a year. And you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make 130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make 50K a year? Second is I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. So I'm 26, I'm a baby, so yeah. You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you, I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what? Duvalin, you know? These are the requirements.
I love DW. He's like, why is she this bold? The audacity. Now, I always like to preference this with a lot of these internet videos. They could be fake, they could be staged, but here's the thing. Nothing is original. So, if you guys have watched my content, we have Kendra G videos. This is the embodiment of almost every single woman on those Kendra G videos. So whether you think, oh, this is a skit, this is fake, it's like, if this woman was a blank face, women think like this. Women, this is the entitlement of modern day women. So I always like to take it with a grain of salt and understand that yes, it's crazy. This shit is crazy. This mindset is insane. But I'm sorry for some of the men or some of the women that don't think, oh, this can't be true. That women can't be this crazy. I'm sorry, they are. I'm sorry, men deal with this kind of crazy a lot. Hopefully not on a daily basis, but trust me, a lot of men deal with so many entitled women. So many men deal with women that have high expectations, low value. So, the balance isn't there. Let's break this insanity down.
These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids.
Single mom of 3 kids. This is the thing where women have to understand. Doesn't matter what you make, right? You could be a millionaire. You could be a gold medalist. You could be a CEO of a company. Shit like that don't matter. You having 3 kids matter a whole lot more than you being a CEO. Why? Because here's the thing. Even if you're a CEO, that won't affect his life to the same degree of you having 3 kids. Why? Because honestly, you are not providing for him. In most cases, women that make a certain amount of money, have a certain job, they date equal or better. They're dating someone equal or better. So really, whatever you have doesn't do nothing for him. You are not providing for him. You're not his sugar mama. You're not his provider. So really, that's why women's money generally don't matter. But their kids matters because it can give him a stressful life. He has to provide for them, which we will see in this video. He has to take care of them. They are draining his resources. So that matters. No man that gets with a woman that has kids, he can't do nothing for them. It's like, seriously, what? I doubt it. I doubt there is relationships like that where you can get with a single mom and you don't need to do shit for the kids. The kids could be invisible to you. That is rare, if ever. So the kids is more of a determining factor than her money. Because honestly, women don't provide for men. So money means nothing really to men in general. But kids, that affects his life. So you already 3 kids, this is the thing what women don't understand. Their value should be lower. If you're 5, 3 kids, you're 3. A 5. 3 kids, you're 3. Sadly, 5, having 3 kids that are 3, even if you're CEO, at best, it don't change. It doesn't make things worse. Because again, it's not going to add a whole lot of value to you.
Number 1 is that you need to be making at least 130K a year. And you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make 130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league.
Make 130K and side hustles. A bunch of side hustles. So you should be working yourself to death. You should be working yourself to death. You should be... It's like... That's the thing where I hate the audacity of women. Where one, they can complain that you work too much. You don't have enough time for them. They will cheat on you if you don't give them enough time and attention. But God forbid you don't make enough. God forbid you don't make enough money. So that's the insanity with women. If you make a lot of money, you better still have enough time for her to pay attention to her. It's like that's why women make dating harder. You don't even know what you want. And this is the thing. A man that makes 100K is about 20% of the population. A man that makes more than 100K, I think is about 15% of the population. If that. Women never understand. You are asking for rare men, highly desired men. Who are, even though you're in your 20s, you're a mother of 3. It's like, come on, it's like you got to understand your value. This is why I've loved Kevin Samuels, because one of the things he's always tried to do is try to get women to understand their dating market value. What's your value to men in the dating market? Not just, oh my God, I'm a woman, so I'm automatically 10.
How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make 50K a year? Second is...
Give you money for your kids. Like, again, why I said her kids. That's more, that adds or subtracts to her dating market value. Kids, her kids are a drain on your resources.
I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look
insane to think that there are enough or a good amount of 35-year-olds that make 130K. That, now you add in the age, that's probably 5% of the population. It's like, seriously. And this is the thing where I swear to God, I hope, okay, men that are this rare, don't be such a simp. Don't be such a doormat. Why are you dating? I'm saying there probably are. Why do you value yourself so low that you would date a baby mom, a single mother? This is one of the things I want to promote with my content, is that have value in yourself. Have some self-respect. It's like, do you not understand that you are a rare man? If you make 100K, you are a rare man. If you make over 100K, you are incredibly a rare man. And if you're young at that, if you're young and make over 100K, You are a very rare man financially. So have some self respect. See some value in yourself. Because you got to think, financially at least, most women want you. Financially, most women want you. So have a little bit of, some self respect.
Old as fuck already. Oh, I'm 26. I'm a baby. So yeah. You
26, you're a baby. You're 26, you think yourself a baby having 3 kids. I'm sorry, those 3 kids just made you 36. So really, okay.
have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. Oh, I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is like,
This is why I said I don't have sympathy for women. Because why? It's like you want these types of men. You expect these types of men. This high top tier men. Why would I be surprised that these men would use you and leave you? Pump and dump. Why? It's like you never think that. I'm not surprised that these men would, like, keep you as a woman on his roster, a side chick, a chick he just have funs with. That's why I don't have sympathy for a woman. Like, understand, this is the thing where you don't understand where you're at, your level. Because even wealthy men will have sex with you. Because you're a decent looking woman. Even if you're average looking woman, even wealthy men would have sex with that. So really, I'd be no surprise that these men would deal with you. But I also have no sympathy for you that these men will just use you. Because you're so deluded. That's a danger to yourself.
you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. You have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one.
When you hear all these these standards, these expectations, you never hear, oh, I want a man that is monogamous, respectful, loving, has integrity, has morality, has principle, has character. No. What do you hear? His looks, his height, his wealth. That's it. It's like all the what makes you who you are inside. She'll think about that later on. She's only attracted, okay, if you are tall, good looking, wealthy, and probably charming. Let's say charming as well. You have the gift of the gab. You're a good talker. It's like all these superficial traits. And then you're surprised that, oh my God, you're dating a man that has some of these traits. He's like a cheater. He's a liar. He's an abuser. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I hope you guys know about the recent I think he's a college player. What is his name? A recent. He is a recent Quaydarius Davis. He's a NFL prospect, okay? NFL prospect. He was just recently in a domestic dispute where he choked his girlfriend unconscious. He choked her unconscious. This is the thing where I'm sorry. I have no sympathy. The man is a dirt. He's disgusting. He's dirt. But seriously, you think getting with athletes gets you morally sound men? I'm not saying all of them, but in general, the likelihood that you will find a more violent type of man, I would say athletes can fall into that category. The thing there, we think, oh, this man could be wealthy because he's an NFL prospect. I can tell that you didn't care about his personality. You care about his future earning prospect. Ain't that something? Again, I have no sympathy for women because honestly, they care about superficial shit. And then they're surprised that they get into terrible, toxic, just really ugly situations. You put yourself into that. You did it.
The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what? Duvalin, you know? These are the requirements that you need to have.
The audacity, the entitlement, the delusion. What do you guys think?